British Army would exhaust capabilities after 2 months of war, MPs told. The UK's ability to fight an all-out war would be marred by the armed forces' capability, stockpile shortages, and a recruitment crisis, MPs have been told. The Commons Defence Committee heard that the hollowing out of the armed forces since 2010 had undermined the UK's war-fighting resilience, and the army would exhaust its capabilities after the first couple of months in a peer-on-peer war. Jeremy Quin, the chair of the committee, said operations and continuing commitments meant the military was unable to devote sufficient training and resources to high-intensity warfighting. While able to deploy at short notice and to fulfill commitments, our inquiry found that readiness for all-out, prolonged war has received insufficient attention and needs intense ongoing focus, he said. The high tempo of operations and unrelenting pressure on our services has led to a drop in retention, compounded by a period of low recruitment and difficulties introducing and maintaining capabilities, thereby creating a vicious cycle. The panel suggested that unrelenting pressure on personnel had exacerbated the crisis in recruitment, with more people leaving the armed forces than joining. The committee's report also said the military needed to be strategic about the resources we have, including how to maintain and replenish stockpiles and ensure equipment did not go to waste. Efforts by the Ministry of Defense, MOD, to tackle the problem were not being carried out at the required pace, the report said, adding that readiness is essential to effective deterrence to our adversaries. At a time of heightened geopolitical instability, last month the Defense Secretary, Grant Shapps, said the world was moving from a post-war to pre-war world, and the UK must ensure its entire defense ecosystem is ready to defend its homeland. He insisted the size of the army would not dip below 73,000 under the Conservatives, amid growing concerns about further cuts to troop numbers. About 20,000 UK service personnel will take part in the largest NATO exercise since the end of the Cold War this year, testing the ability of the alliance to quickly deploy forces. However, the departure of Royal Navy aircraft carrier HMS Queen Elizabeth to lead the exercise has been cancelled at the last minute after an issue with a propeller shaft was spotted during final checks. The setback comes 18 months after its sister ship, HMS Prince of Wales, broke down off the Isle of Wight after it sailed for the U.S. having suffered a malfunction. That ship will now be ready to take the place of the £3 billion fleet flagship on the NATO exercises, which will involve more than 40 vessels. The MOD has been contacted for comment.